Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters, did you know that some of the in-your-pocket change could be worth a fortune? Today, we're diving into the top high-value wheat pennies and quarter-dollar coins that could be worth millions of dollars. Stick around to see if you have one of these rare coins hiding in your collection. First up, the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny. Large date, no mint mark, in extra fine condition. How much is this penny worth in today's auction market? Stick around to find out. It might surprise you. First, let's take a trip back to 1947. This was a time of post-war recovery in America, and while the economy was rebuilding, the US Mint was busy producing coins that would become pieces of history. Among them was the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny, minted in Philadelphia, as shown by the absence of a mint mark on the design of this penny remains timeless. The obverse, created by Victor David Brenner, features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displays the simple yet elegant wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity. And this design was used from 1909 to 1958, making the wheat penny one of the most beloved coins among collectors. So, what does it mean when a coin is in extra fine condition, or XF? This grade indicates that the coin has only light wear on the highest points of the design, with most of the details remaining sharp and specifically, for a 1947 wheat penny, you'll notice that Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse retain most of their details, though there might be slight flattening on the high points. Coins in this condition are highly desirable because they maintain their historical charm while still being affordable for many collectors. Now let's talk numbers. In 1947, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 190 million wheat pennies, making this a common coin in circulated conditions. However, finding one in extra fine condition is a different story. Many of these pennies were heavily used in commerce, so coins that survived with minimal wear are relatively scarce. The lack of a mint mark indicates it was produced in Philadelphia, and while it's not rare, its condition can make it a standout piece in any collection. So how much is a 1947 Lincoln wheat penny, large date, without a mint mark, in extra fine condition, worth in today's auction market? Currently, these coins are valued at around $10 to $30 in XF condition. However, if the penny has exceptional eye appeal, such as natural toning or an unblemished surface, it could fetch a premium price of up to $50. Auction results often reflect the enthusiasm of collectors looking for high-quality examples. While this coin won't make you a millionaire, its value lies in its history and its appeal to collectors who want to complete their Lincoln wheat penny series. First, condition is critical. Even a slight improvement in grade, from very fine to extra fine, can increase the coin's value. Second, eye appeal. Coins with original luster or attractive toning are often worth more. Finally, look for any errors or varieties, like doubling or die cracks, which can significantly boost a coin's value. For sellers, consider online platforms like eBay or auction sites like Heritage Auctions for maximum visibility. For buyers, check out reputable coin dealers or attend coin shows to inspect coins in person. Always make sure to research prices and verify the authenticity of the coin before making a purchase. Here's a fun fact. The 1947 wheat penny represents a post-World War II America, a time when coin designs were simple but meaningful. This penny's design hasn't changed in over a century, showcasing the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the values he stood. So there you have it, the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny, large date, without a mint mark, in extra fine condition. Its value in today's auction market ranges from $60 to $90, making it a collectible piece of American. Next up, the 1996 Washington quarter with a large date D mint mark and in dirty condition. Is it a hidden treasure or just pocket change? Stay tuned to find out the surprising value of this coin in today's auction market. The Washington quarter has been a staple of US currency since its debut in 1932, designed by John Flanagan to honor the first president, George Washington. By 1996, these quarters were widely circulated, made from a copper-nickel composition, and struck at various mints, including the Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark. This quarter features the large date prominently displayed beneath Washington's profile on the obverse, along with the iconic word liberty and the national motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we see the majestic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, a symbol of strength and readiness, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. Now let's talk condition. This particular coin is in dirty condition, meaning it shows significant signs of wear and grime. While this might lower its numismatic appeal, the dirt and discoloration can sometimes create a unique appearance that draws interest from certain collectors. Remember, every coin tells a story, and its journey is part of its charm. So, what's the value of this 1996 quarter in dirty condition with D-mint mark? The truth is, quarters from the 1990s are still relatively common. In dirty condition, this coin is typically worth its face value of $20 for general circulation. However, in auction markets, collectors who value unique features like discoloration or mint errors might pay slightly more, around $25.39 to $45. While the base value of this coin isn't high, always keep an eye out for mint errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unique patterns caused during the minting process. These errors can increase a coin's value exponentially, sometimes fetching prices of $50 or more at auction. So, is this coin worth keeping? If you're building a collection of Washington quarters, it's a great addition, especially if you're looking for coins from different mints. If you're planning to sell, consider listing it on platforms like eBay or taking it to a local coin shop. While it might not be a jackpot find, it's still a piece of history that some collectors may appreciate. And there you have it, the story of the 1996 Washington quarter with D-mint mark in dirty condition. While it might not make you rich, it's a unique coin with its own story to tell. Next up, the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny. Large date without a mint mark, in color shade and dirty condition. If you're wondering how much this coin is worth in today's auction market, stay tuned. You'll want to hear this. Let's start by going back to 1935. America was still recovering from the Great Depression, and coins like the Lincoln wheat penny were essential for everyday commerce. The US Mint was busy producing millions of these pennies, which have since become a favorite among collectors. The Lincoln wheat penny was designed by Victor David Brenner and first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features Lincoln's profile, while the reverse displays two wheat ears symbolizing strength and prosperity. This design remained in use until 1958, making it a cornerstone of American numismatics. Now let's talk about the mintage. In 1935, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 245 million wheat pennies without a mint mark. While that sounds like a lot, most of these pennies have been lost, damaged, or heavily circulated over the decades. Finding a 1935 wheat penny today in dirty condition with a distinct color shade is unique. While the coin's condition may not be pristine, its historical value and aesthetic appeal make it intriguing for collectors. First, the condition. Even a dirty coin can have value if the details of the design are intact. Second, the color shade, unique toning, or patina can enhance a coin's appeal, as it tells a story of its journey through time. Lastly, the demand collectors looking to complete their Lincoln wheat penny series might be willing to pay a premium for a 1935 penny with these unique characteristics. So, how much is a 1935 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in dirty condition and with a unique color shade worth in today's auction market? In today's market, a 1935 wheat penny in this condition is typically valued at around $15 to $20. However, if the coin has a particularly attractive color shade or distinct toning, it could fetch between $30 and $40 at auction. These prices reflect the demand among collectors for coins with character and history. While it may not be a high-dollar coin, the 1935 wheat penny's charm and historical significance make it a worthy addition to any collection, whether you're looking to buy or sell a 1935 Lincoln wheat penny. Here are some tips to get the best value. For sellers, clean the coin carefully if it's dirty, but avoid using harsh chemicals that could damage its surface. photograph it in good lighting to highlight its unique features, like the color shade. Online platforms like eBay or specialized coin auctions are excellent places to reach interested buyers. For buyers, research the coin's market value before bidding. Look for verified sellers with high ratings and make sure the coin is authentic. Don't forget to consider the coin's condition and whether it fits your collection's goals. His 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny is part of the long-running Lincoln series, which is the longest-running coin design in US history. That means every penny in this series carries over a century of American history. Next up in today's episode, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1968 Washington Quarter with D mint mark, a large date, and a unique black color shade. While this coin is in dirty condition, it still holds value, and we're here to explore what it's worth in today's auction market. Let's jump right in. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932, celebrating George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1968, the composition of the coin had changed significantly. Quarters minted after 1965 were no longer made of silver, but instead a copper-nickel blend, making them more durable and less expensive to produce. Despite this, many collectors still value these coins for their historical significance and unique variation. This 1968 Washington Quarter features the classic design by John Flanagan on the obverse. We see George Washington's profile with the year 1968 and the word Liberty prominently displayed. The reverse showcases an eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, a symbol of strength and readiness. The D mint mark, located just to the right of the bow on the reverse, tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key mints for US coinage. One of the standout features of this particular coin is its black color shade. This unusual hue is not a factory feature, but rather the result of environmental exposure, such as dirt, oxidation, or even chemical reactions over the years. While the color itself doesn't generally add monetary value, it gives the coin a unique character that some collectors might find appealing. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. This 1968 quarter is in dirty condition, meaning it has noticeable wear and grime that obscure finer details. While this places the coin on the lower end of the grading scale, it's still worth examining for potential historical and collector interest. Now for the big question, what's this coin worth in today's market in dirty condition? A 1968 Washington Quarter with D mint mark is generally worth its face value of $40. However, in auctions, collectors looking for unusual coins or filling gaps in their sets might pay anywhere from $50 to $65 for a quarter with unique characteristics like the black color shade. Coins with more distinct or appealing discoloration might fetch a slightly higher premium, especially if marketed well. If you're thinking about selling a coin like this, presentation is key. Clean, well-lit photos that highlight its unique features like the black shade and mint mark can help attract buyers. Consider listing it on platforms like eBay or visiting a local coin shop. For rarer or more valuable finds, professional grading services can help authenticate your coin and boost its market value, even if the monetary value isn't sky high. This coin is a fascinating piece of history. For collectors, having coins with unique discolorations or marks can add a personal touch to your collection. The 1968 D Washington Quarter tells a story of its journey through time, making it a valuable addition for anyone passionate about US coins. And there you have it, the story of the 1968 Washington Quarter with D mint mark, its black color shade, and its value in today's auction market. While it might not make you rich, it's a unique piece of history. Next up in today's video, we're diving into the story of the 1974 Washington Quarter, specifically one without a mint mark, in fine condition. Could this classic coin be worth more than its face value in today's auction market? The Washington Quarter has been a cornerstone of US currency since its introduction in 1932. Designed by the talented John Flanagan, the quarter commemorates the legacy of George Washington. By 1974, quarters were no longer made of silver, but instead featured a copper-nickel composition, a change that began in 1965 due to rising silver costs. Let's take a closer look at this coin. On the obverse, we have Washington's iconic profile with the inscriptions "Liberty in God We Trust" and the year 1974. On the reverse, we see the majestic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of. Surrounding it are the inscriptions "United States of America" and $quarter. This particular coin is in fine condition, meaning it shows moderate wear. Details such as Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers are still visible but slightly worn. While fine condition isn't the highest grade, it still holds appeal for collectors, especially for coins from certain years or mints. Now, you might wonder, what does it mean when a coin has no mint mark for Washington quarters from 1974? A missing mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark at that. So, how much is a 1974 Washington quarter without mint mark in fine condition worth in today's auction market for circulated quarters from this era? Their value generally aligns with their face value, 25 cents. However, in fine condition, collectors might pay a small premium. The typical range in auctions is around 50 cents to $1.50, depending on the coin's appeal and any unique characteristics. If you're lucky enough to have one in exceptional fine condition or with an error, it could fetch even. But wait, don't stop at just checking the date and mint mark. Look closely for minting errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. These errors can dramatically increase the coin's value. Some error coins from this era have sold for hundreds of dollars in auctions. So should you keep this coin or sell it if you're a collector? This 1974 quarter is a great piece to include, especially if you're building a year-by-year set of Washington quarters. If you're looking to sell, online platforms like eBay or specialized coin auctions are good places to start. But just remember, its condition and any unique features will determine its value. And there you have it, the story of the 1974 Washington quarter without mint mark in fine condition. While it may not be a jackpot find, it's a fascinating piece of history that could still earn you a small premium. Next up, the 1952 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny with D mint mark and a black color shade in bad condition. If you're wondering what this unique coin might be worth in today's auction market, stay tuned to find. Let's start by stepping back in time to 1952. The Lincoln wheat penny was in its final years of production, with its design first introduced back in 1909. The coin is part of a long line of Lincoln pennies that span over a century of American history. But what makes the 1952 penny special? The 1952 Lincoln wheat penny, like most of the series, features President Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and two stalks of wheat on the reverse. What makes the 1952 penny unique is the D mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint. Over 308 million of these pennies were minted that year, but don't be fooled by the high production numbers. While many of these coins were widely circulated, few have survived the test of time in good or collectible condition. Bad condition typically refers to coins that have been heavily circulated, causing wear and tear on the surface. For this 1952 wheat penny, the damage includes scratches, nicks, and discoloration, all of which are common signs of a coin that has seen years of handling. Now, the black color shade is another factor that can play into the coin's uniqueness. This discoloration can be caused by various environmental factors, such as exposure to air, moisture, and time. While the black shade might not be the most visually appealing for some collectors, others appreciate it as part of the coin's historical journey and natural aging process. One of the most important aspects of coin collecting is understanding how condition affects value. A coin in poor or bad condition typically fetches a lower price than one in pristine condition. But there's more to it than just wear and tear. Even a coin in bad condition can still have value, depending on factors such as rarity, demand, and the level of damage. A heavily worn coin might lose some of its details. But as long as the date and mint mark are visible, it still holds value among collectors who are interested in completing sets or owning pieces of American history. And while the black color shade might make the coin less visually attractive to some, for others it adds a layer of character and history, as coins with such toning often tell a story about their journey over time. Although over 308 million of these pennies were minted, it's important to remember that many of them have been lost, damaged, or melted over the years. This makes the 1952D penny a relatively common coin to find, but finding one in good or excellent condition is much rarer. For collectors, these coins can still hold sentimental value, and they're often seen as a budget-friendly alternatives for those just starting their collections. So, how much is a 1952D Lincoln wheat penny with a black color shade in bad condition worth in today's auction market, despite its poor condition? The value of the 1952D wheat penny with a black color shade typically ranges between $120 to $140 in today's market. While that might not sound like a lot, it's important to remember that even coins in bad condition can have value, especially if they're part of a larger set or for a coin in this specific condition, dirty, with a noticeable black color shade and significant wear, the value usually doesn't exceed $200. However, coins like this still hold sentimental value for collectors who are interested in coins with character and history. Plus, the 1952D penny is still an important part of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series, making it a collectible item in the eyes of many. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a 1952D Lincoln Wheat Penny with a black color shade, there are some important things to keep in mind if you're selling. Be sure to take clear photos of the coin from different angles, highlighting its black color shade and any visible damage. Many auction sites, like eBay or heritage auctions, allow sellers to list coins in varying conditions, and it's crucial to be transparent about the coin's wear. On the flip side, if you're looking to purchase this coin, it's important to research its value. Remember, bad condition coins might not be the best investment in terms of value growth, but they can be a great starting point for collectors who want to complete their sets without breaking the. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that the Lincoln Wheat Penny was the first US coin to feature a real person? Before, Lincoln US coins typically featured allegorical figures, so this penny marked a major shift in coin design history. And there you have it, folks, the 1952D Lincoln Wheat Penny, with a black color shade in bad condition, still has a place in the world of coin collecting. Its value may be modest, around $230 to $250, but its historical significance and unique characteristics make it a prized possession for many collectors. First, the 1995 Washington Quarter with D mint mark, featuring a unique red color shade and in good condition. You might be surprised to learn what this coin could fetch in today's auction market. Stick around as we uncover its history, what makes it special, and how much it's. Let's get started. The Washington Quarter has been a staple of US currency since it was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. While the original design remained mostly unchanged for decades, minor details like the mint mark and the coin's condition can significantly affect its value. The 1995 Washington Quarter continues this legacy, but what sets it apart is its unique features. Let's take a closer look at the 1995 Washington Quarter. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. The details of Washington's face and hair are key indicators of a coin's condition. The reverse side features an eagle with outstretched wings, a design that has symbolized strength and unity for decades. This particular coin was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark, found just below the wreath on the reverse. Now, here's what makes this coin extra special: the red color shade. While this isn't a feature originally intended by the mint, it can occur due to environmental exposure or oxidation of the metal. This unique hue can make the coin stand out to collectors, though it's important to note that it typically doesn't increase its monetary value significantly unless the color is particularly striking or adds to its aesthetic appeal. In the world of coin collecting, condition is king. This 1995 quarter is in good condition, meaning it shows significant wear, with most of the finer details smooth. While this grade doesn't fetch the highest prices, it's still valuable to collectors who appreciate its historical and aesthetic qualities. So, how much is a 1995 Washington Quarter with a D mint mark, red color shade, and in good condition worth in today's auction market? Generally, quarters from this year in good condition are worth around their face value of $10. However, some collectors may be willing to pay between $50 and $70 if the coin has an eye-catching red hue and unique appeal. In rarer cases, coins with a particularly vibrant or consistent red shade might fetch a bit more, especially if marketed well. If you're looking to sell a coin like this, consider platforms like eBay, where you can reach a wide audience of collectors. Local coin shops and auction houses are also great options, especially if you want a professional evaluation of your coin's value. Keep in mind that a good presentation, including clear photos highlighting the red color, can make a big difference in attracting buyers. Even if you don't plan on selling, this coin is a fantastic addition to any collection. It represents a unique moment in time and stands out with its unusual color. For collectors, having a variety of coins with distinct characteristics like this can make your collection truly one of. So, there you have it, the 1995 Washington Quarter with D mint mark in good condition, complete with a striking red color shade. While it might not break the bank in today's auction market, its unique features and historical significance make it a coin worth holding onto. Next up, the 1958 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny, a true gem for collectors. We'll explore the large date variety with the D mint mark, specifically in extra fine condition, and uncover its current value in today's auction market. Whether you're an avid collector or just getting started, this is a coin you don't want to miss. Let's rewind to the year 1958. The final year the iconic Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted before transitioning to the Lincoln Memorial reverse design in 1959. The 1958 penny represents the end of an era. Since its introduction in 1909, the Lincoln Wheat Penny has been a staple in American currency. The obverse features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse highlights two wheat stalks symbolizing prosperity. This classic design made way for the Lincoln Memorial Penny in the following year, making 1958 a significant year for collectors. First, the D Mint mark signifies that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Denver minted over 800 million Lincoln Wheat Pennies in 1958, making it a widely produced. However, when it comes to extra fine condition, only a fraction of these coins have survived with the details and sharpness necessary to meet this grading. In extra fine condition, a coin retains most of its original details. For the 1958 Wheat Penny, you should still see clear lines in Lincoln's hair, bold lettering, and defined wheat stalks. The coin may exhibit slight wear on the highest points, like Lincoln's cheekbones or the tips of the wheat stalks, but overall, it should maintain a sharp and attractive appearance. First, this was the last year of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series, making it historically significant. Collectors often seek to complete their sets, and having a high-grade example of the final wheat penny is a must. Secondly, extra fine condition coins are relatively scarce. Most 1958 D pennies were heavily circulated, meaning well-preserved examples are harder to. And finally, the D mint mark adds a level of interest, as coins from different mints often attract regional collectors or those looking for mint-specific collections. Now, the big question: how much is a 1958 D wheat penny with a large date in extra fine condition worth in today's auction market? In today's market, a 1958 D penny in extra fine condition is typically valued between $360 and $400. While this might not seem like a fortune, it's a respectable value for a coin that was once everyday pocket change. For coins with exceptional eye appeal or slight variations in tuning, prices can climb closer to the $600 to $800 range at auction. Keep in mind that factors like tuning, rarity of the die variety, and overall demand can influence auction prices. If your penny has an exceptional shine or unique characteristics, it might fetch a higher price than the average. If you're looking to sell a 1958 D wheat penny, make sure to take clear, high-resolution photos showing both sides of the coin. Auction platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and local coin dealers are great places to start. For buyers, always verify the coin's grade and authenticity before purchasing. Look for sellers with good reputations and be cautious of coins that are too shiny, as they may have been cleaned, which can lower their value. Did you know the 1958 wheat penny was the last year the US Mint used the wheat stalk design? This design had been in circulation for nearly 50 years and was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959, honoring the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Next up, the 1981 Washington quarter with the P mint mark and in fine condition. If you've ever wondered about the value of this coin in today's auction market, you're in the right place. Stick around as we break down the details, condition, and how much you can expect to get for it. Let's start with a little history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, honoring George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin has become a staple in American numismatics. In 1965, the silver content in the quarter was replaced by a copper-nickel alloy, which is what we see in coins like the 1981 Washington quarter. The 1981 Washington quarter features the familiar design. On the obverse, you'll find George Washington's profile, with the words "Liberty and God We Trust" and the year 1981. The reverse shows the iconic eagle, wings spread, holding a bundle of arrows with the inscriptions United States of America and $quarter. The 1981 design is just like many of the other quarters of the 1970s and 1980s. But what makes it unique for collectors is its mint mark and... Now, let's take a closer look at the P mint mark. The P indicates that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the first mint of the United States, which is unique because up until 1980, Philadelphia minted coins didn't typically carry a mint mark. This was a major change, and the 1981 quarter with the P mint mark marks a pivotal point in US coinage history. When it comes to coin value, condition is everything. The term fine condition means the coin has been circulated, but it still retains many of its defining features. The details on Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse are visible, but there may be some light wear, especially on the high points. The coin should still have its overall shape, and the design remains fairly clear, though the edges might show some signs of use over the years. So, how much is a 1981 Washington quarter in fine condition worth today, while the quarter's face value is $20? The coin is worth more to collectors. In the current auction market, you can expect a 1981 Washington quarter with the P mint mark in fine condition to sell for around $40 to sell. That's not a huge amount, but it's a good return for a coin that's almost 40 years old. The 1981 Washington quarter is not considered rare, but it still holds value for collectors. Many people enjoy collecting Washington quarters from different years, especially when they have mint marks like P and D, because the 1981 Philadelphia Mint set the precedent for using the P mint mark. The coin carries some extra historical interest. Like any coin, the condition plays a huge role in its value. A quarter in fine condition will always sell for less than one in extra fine or ungraded condition. If your 1981 Washington quarter is in fine condition, it will have some wear, but as you take care of your coins and keep them in excellent condition, the value will increase. It's always a good idea to store your coins in protective holders to preserve their... If you happen to own a 1981 Washington quarter and are considering selling it, you have several options. You can list it on popular platforms like eBay, where collectors frequently search for specific. You could also take it to a local coin dealer or coin show, where you might be able to get a better deal if you're selling a batch of coins. And that's all for today's deep dive into the 1981 Washington quarter with P mint mark. It might not be the most valuable coin, but it's definitely a nice piece to have in your collection, especially with its unique historical significance. Next up, the 1985 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in very fine condition. How much is this quarter worth in today's auction market? Does it have more value than its face value? Stick around to find out. First, let's take a step back in time. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by artist John Flanagan, this iconic coin has been in circulation for nearly 90 years. However, by 1965, the silver content in these coins was replaced with a copper-nickel alloy due to rising silver prices. Now, let's look at the 1985 Washington quarter itself. The obverse features George Washington's profile with the inscriptions "Liberty in God We Trust" and the year 1985. On the reverse, we see the familiar eagle with its wings spread, holding a bundle of arrows, and the words United States of America and quarter dollar. Like other coins from this era, the 1985 Washington quarter bears a mint mark. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the US Mint's most prominent facilities. It's important to note that there are a significant number of 1985 quarters with the D Mint mark, but the value can vary depending on condition and other factors. Now, let's talk about condition. The term "very fine" refers to a coin that has been circulated but still retains much of its detail. For a quarter like this, you'll see all the main features clearly visible, including Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse. There may be some light wear on the high points, but overall, it's a solid, attractive coin. So, how much is a 1985 Washington quarter with D Mint mark in very fine condition worth today? In terms of face value, it's worth just $100. But when we look at auction prices, the value can be significantly higher depending on the condition and demand among collectors. Currently, you can expect a 1985 Washington quarter in very fine condition to sell for anywhere between $1.50 to $3 in today's auction market. This might not seem like a huge sum, but considering the historical significance and demand for quarters in good condition, it can still be a solid return for your collection. The 1985 Washington quarter is not one of the rarest coins, but it still has value for collectors. Quarters like this one are often sought after by people who are putting together a set of coins from different years or by those interested in coins with mint marks. Some buyers are particularly drawn to coins with clear details and high-grade conditions, even if the coin is relatively common. Remember, era coins are a game-changer when it comes to coin values. While the 1985 Washington quarter is not famous for any notable minting errors, it's always worth taking a closer look at your coins. If you happen to find an off-center strike, doubling, or any other unique error, you could see a much higher price in the market, potentially $500 or more. So what should you do if you've got a 1985 Washington quarter in very fine condition? Well, if you're a collector, it's a great piece to hold on to. If you're looking to sell, you can list it on popular auction sites like eBay or take it to a reputable coin dealer. Just be sure to clearly describe its condition and mint mark to attract potential buyers. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1985 Washington quarter with D Mint mark. While this coin may not make you a millionaire, it's still a solid, valuable piece of US history that can add character to any collection. Next up, the 1938 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, focusing on the variety without mint mark in very fine condition. Stick around to learn its historical significance, grading criteria, and, most importantly, its value in today's auction market. Let's get started. Let's step back in time to the year 1938. It was the height of the Great Depression, and every penny truly mattered. Despite the economic struggles, the US Mint continued to produce coins that are now considered treasures for collectors. The Lincoln wheat penny had been in production for nearly 3 decades by 1938. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and hope. Coins minted without a mint mark during this period were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. First, this coin lacks a mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While over 156 million pennies were produced in Philadelphia that year, finding one in very fine condition is far less common today. Many coins from this era saw heavy circulation, resulting in significant wear. In very fine condition, a coin shows moderate wear but retains much of its detail. For the 1938 penny, you should be able to see clear lines in Lincoln's hair and beard, and the wheat stalks on the reverse should have distinct lines, though the highest points may show some smoothing. This grade is particularly desirable because it balances affordability for collectors and an impressive level of detail for display. So, why is the 1938 wheat penny, without a mint mark in VF condition, sought after in today's auction? First, its historical context as a coin minted during the Great Depression makes it appealing to history buffs and collectors alike. Secondly, the enduring popularity of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series ensures steady demand for this coin. Collectors often look for well-preserved examples from each year to complete their sets. In today's market, the value of this coin typically ranges from $400 to $480, depending on factors like overall eye appeal, color toning, and market demand. If the coin exhibits unique features, such as a slight natural toning or higher than average detail, it could fetch closer to $550 or more at a premium auction. While it may not seem like a huge amount, remember that the 1938 penny is an accessible yet historic piece, making it a fantastic entry point for new collectors or a worthy addition to a seasoned collection. If you're planning to sell your 1938 wheat penny, consider getting it graded by a reputable service like PCGs or NGC to maximize its value. Clear, high-quality photos are essential for online listings on platforms like eBay or at Live. For buyers, always verify the coin's condition and authenticity. Look for sellers with good reputations and consider consulting a trusted coin dealer or appraiser if you're unsure. Next up, the 1980 Washington Quarter, specifically one with D mint mark, in good condition with an interesting color shade. Could this coin hold more value than its face value in today's auction market? The Washington Quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, designed by the talented John Flanagan to honor the first U.S. president, George Washington. By 1980, quarters were no longer made of silver but instead featured a copper-nickel composition. This transition began in 1965 to address rising silver cost. Let's take a closer look at this iconic coin. On the obverse, you'll find Washington's profile, with inscriptions including "Liberty in God, We Trust" and the year 1980. On the reverse, you'll see a detailed eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. Now, what does the D mint mark tell us? It indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1980, the Denver Mint produced 518 million Washington quarters, making this coin relatively common. However, condition and unique traits can significantly influence its value. When we talk about a coin in good condition, we're referring to a coin with heavy wear. The main design elements are visible, but finer details, like Washington's hair or the eagle's feathers, are fake. While good condition isn't a high grade, the coin's story and any unique traits can still make it desirable to collectors. This particular coin is noted for its unique color shade. Over time, environmental factors like exposure to air, moisture, or chemicals can cause coins to develop interesting tones, from subtle hues to striking color variations. These shades often add appeal and intrigue, especially for collectors who value unique-looking coins. So, how much is a 1980 Washington Quarter with D mint mark in good condition and a unique color shade worth in today's auction market in general? 1980 quarters in good condition are worth their face value $100. However, collectors might pay a slight premium for coins with a distinctive color shade. In auction settings, these coins typically sell for $126 to $137, depending on the intensity and appeal of the color. While most 1980 Washington quarters are standard, always check for minting errors like off-center strikes, doubled dies, or die cracks. These errors are highly collectible and can fetch significantly higher prices, sometimes $180 or more, at auction. Should you keep or sell this coin? If you're a collector, it's a great addition, especially if you're building a year-by-year set of Washington quarters. If you decide to sell, online platforms like eBay or dedicated coin auctions are excellent options. Be sure to highlight its unique color shade to attract interested buyers. And that's the story of the 1980 Washington Quarter with a D mint mark in good condition and its value in today's auction market. While it might not make you rich, it's a fascinating piece of history that can still earn you a little extra. Next up, the 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny with D mint mark in extra fine condition. We're going to explore its history, its key features, and most importantly, its value in today's auction market. If you're a collector or just curious about the world of numismatics, stick around because we have some fascinating insights ahead. Let's set the stage in 1947. The world was recovering from the aftermath of World War II, and the US economy was on the rise. People were hopeful for the future, and the Lincoln wheat penny continued to circulate, symbolizing the nation's prosperity. The 1947 coin year is special because it represents the final years of the popular wheat design before it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The coin we're focusing on today, the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny, with D mint mark, was struck in Denver, and while millions of these pennies were produced, finding one in extra fine F condition is much rarer than you might think. This is a coin that reflects the post-war period when the economy was stabilizing and coins were circulating more regularly. So, what makes the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny with D mint mark special? Well, there are several key features collectors focus on when evaluating these. First, the obverse features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. As for the reverse, we see the iconic wheat stalks symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots. But what's particularly notable about the 1947 penny is the D mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver, one of the key mints in the US. Coins struck in Denver generally have a distinct appearance due to the slightly different methods used at the mint, which can impact how the coins wear over time. The extra fine condition is where things get interesting, as we'll explain in the next section. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The grading system is crucial for determining a coin's value, and the extra fine EVI grade is highly coveted by collectors. A coin in extra fine condition shows moderate wear, but the design remains sharp and well-defined. For a 1947 penny, the details in Lincoln's hair and beard should still be very clear, and the wheat stalks on the reverse should be visible with only slight flattening at the high points. It's a coin that shows some circulation wear, but it's still in fantastic shape compared to coins with more significant damage. The 1947 penny is part of the larger Lincoln wheat penny series, which has long been a favorite among collectors due to its historical significance. However, finding one in extra fine condition is becoming increasingly rare, as coins that were once in circulation for decades are now harder to find in such good shape. Coins from the Denver Mint tend to have a strong collector demand due to their lower mintage numbers compared to coins from the Philadelphia Mint. The 1947 D mint mark penny is particularly valued because it's seen as a bridge between the post-war period and the new design changes that would come in the next decade. In today's auction market, the value of a 1947 penny in extra fine condition typically ranges between $130 to $150. But if it has a particularly appealing patina or eye appeal, it could easily fetch up to $200 or more. The price depends on factors like the coin's overall visual appeal, the presence of any unique features like toning, and of course, the reputation of the seller. For a 1947 penny in excellent extra fine condition, you could expect the value to be at the higher end of the range, especially if it's been professionally graded by a reputable service like PCDs. Or if you're looking to sell your 1947 Lincoln wheat penny, getting it graded is a great way to maximize its value. Professional grading helps ensure you get the highest price for a coin in excellent condition, as collectors will know they're buying a coin that's been verified by. On the flip side, if you're buying this coin, make sure you're purchasing from a trusted seller or auction house. Look for clear, high-quality images and read up on the seller's return policy in case the coin isn't exactly what you expected. Did you know that in 1947, there was also a special 1947 proof penny produced for collectors? But the mintage of proof coins was much smaller than regular circulation pennies. That makes the 1947 regular issues even more desirable in certain grades, like extra fine. And there you have it. The 1947 Lincoln wheat penny with D mint mark in extra fine condition is a fantastic coin to add to your collection with solid demand and value in today's auction market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is an important piece of American numismatic history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget up today, we're diving into the world of the 1972 silver Washington quarter dollar, specifically the large date version with the D mint mark in extra fine condition. What's it worth in today's auction market? Let's find out. Before we talk about value, let's take a closer look at the 1972 Washington quarter. This coin features the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse showcases an eagle perched on a branch, designed by the same artist, but there's something special about the 1972 issue. It's the large date variety. Now, this particular coin has the D mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Denver Mint. The large date variety is easy to spot. The numbers in the date are noticeably larger than the small date version, which is key for collectors when identifying. Now let's talk about condition. The extra fine grade means that this coin has seen some wear, but not too much. You'll notice a bit of detail loss, particularly on the high points of the design, but the coin still retains a lot of sharpness and depth. In extra fine condition, the coin will have light wear across the surfaces, but will still feature clearly visible details, especially on George Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. So, what's this coin worth in today's market? Well, the value of a 1972 silver Washington quarter with the D mint mark in extra fine condition depends on a few factors, mainly the coin's grade and current demand among collectors. As of now, in extra fine condition, you can expect this coin to fetch anywhere from $6 to $12 at auction. Of course, if it's a particularly high-quality extra fine coin, it could go for a bit more, especially if it's being sold by a reputable dealer or in a competitive auction setting. But what affects the value of this quarter? Well, the overall market demand for silver coins plays a significant role. Silver prices are always fluctuating, and the 1972 Washington quarter, made of 90 silver, benefits from this trend. In addition, rare coins in better condition tend to fetch higher prices. Provenance or the history of the coin also matters. If it has been part of a prestigious collection, that could drive up its value. Also, if the coin has been professionally graded by a service like PCG or NGC, that could make it more attractive. So, if you come across a 1972 silver Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark in extra fine condition, it's definitely worth checking out. While it may not be worth a huge sum, it's a solid addition to your collection, especially if you're into silver coins or Washington quarters. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you've come across any 1972 quarters in your collection, or if you have any other coins you want me to cover in future videos.